Welcome back to my channel, Copper Dragons here, and I'm going to be playing some more Resident Evil Revelations 2. So let's hop right in and continue the game. Now last time, I got through this one weird jail segment, where all the, those weird, injured people or whatever they were, they came out of their cells, started attacking us. I had to lower the difficulty just to get through that segment because there was just so many enemies that I couldn't have possibly made it through otherwise. Just due to the fact that I only had 15 bullets and the only weapon I had was just a knife and crowbar. And I did have a flashlight on Moira. And that's about it for what I had in terms of weaponry. And I only had one herb to my name at that point. So yeah. Let's just go ahead and continue the game regardless. Now, this is the furthest I've ever made it into the game, so yeah.
I'm here, baby. Please be alive.
Who the heck is that little girl? And what is she doing here? How did she survive is my main question. Because she clearly is way too small to be holding like a gun, weapon, anything. Heck, Moira's like, what, twice her size? And she can barely even hold a crowbar.
Little lady. I mean it. I've got some grown-up stuff to attend to, but I'll come back for you later, okay?
You can't just leave me.
No. No. It's too dangerous for you to come along.
I'm not gonna be any safer here.
Is there a little girl on this planet that will listen to me? All right, stay close. You're with me now. Come on.
You know what? I've been thinking about this pretty recently. It's about the David case. Honestly, I don't really go into stuff like this because of how graphic it all is. But honestly, I feel like there's something. Like, I've been keeping up with
I
it,
don't
though.
have any parents.
Um,
And I don't know why.
Hold on real quick. What does she mean she doesn't have any parents?
Just like she got my baby.
But yeah, back to what I was saying about the David case. Honestly, something about that just feels really off. Particularly, with the whole, the whole fact of the people who were closest to him supposedly not knowing anything about what was so blatantly an underage girl at his house. Something about that feels off to me. There's no way they didn't know at least something. Especially when they were so close to David that they had to have at least seen something. Like what was so blatantly an underage girl at his house. There's no way they didn't see at least something. Like that just feels so off to me. Like there were people close enough, to that they were legit up at his house at the same points as Celeste. Yet somehow didn't know, nor say anything. Something about that feels off to me. Like something does. Like, they had to have known something, because there's just no way they didn't. Like, if they didn't know at least something, I don't know at that point. I genuinely have to be stupid, over-examining this or something of that sort. But something about that just feels so off to me. You know? So just something does. You know?
Natalia.
All right, nice to meet you, Natalia. But either way, something about that just feels so off to me. Like, there's no way nobody finds that at least a little suspicious. That, there were so many people up at his house at the same points as the girl that David was with. And didn't even question a single thing. Something about that feels off to me. Like, something does. I don't know if they knew something or what. But something just gives me, like, the ick, about all of it. Like, I don't know what it is specifically. They had to have known something about, the whole Celeste stuff. There's just no way they didn't. For obvious reasons, considering there were people up at his house and everything. There's just no way anyone in their right mind didn't think, oh, this is a clearly very underage girl. She's clearly way too young for David. Might as well just say something. There's no way that wasn't on their mind. How do you take it into effect? Like a very, obviously underage girl at his house whenever he's clearly a grown man and not choosing to say anything. Something about that feels off to me. There's no way anyone with a sane mind could think that they don't have to say anything at that point. There's just no way. That's the main issue I have with this whole thing. Is that clearly people involved with him had to have known at least a little bit of the story. Yet didn't say a thing. Something about that feels off to me. But either way, let's just focus on the game. So that way I can actually finish this up. Yeah, honestly, might want to take out these monsters. I still don't know what they're called. Alright. Honestly, I think I've become a pretty good shot, with playing Resident Evil games. I mean, really, if you watch my previous videos on every Resident Evil game up to this point, there's no way you couldn't say that I've become a pretty good shot, especially in comparison to whenever I first started playing the games. I think I consider myself a pretty good shot by now. Sure, there's a lot of times that I've missed.
Another one.
I'm not gonna deny that, but still.
How do you know?
Huh?
I can just sort of see them.
Huh?
There's something ahead.
Oh,
Be
no,
careful.
you don't, young lady.
Wait.
It's too dangerous.
Huh?
Why? I'm not scared.
How can she just see them? Is she, infected or something and she can just sense them? Alright. Let's just pick up whatever this is over here. Okay, that's some handgun ammo. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and keep moving. Okay. Let's kill this. Let's just see what I can do. Yeah, might as well just try and take this thing out with a knife. I want to at least put a little bit of struggle. Okay, let's take out this loser right here. Okay. I gotta point at this weird glowing thing. Okay, time to put you out. Alright, that's a green herb. Okay. Let's combine this, the green and red herb that I have. Alright, time to give me that handgun ammo. I don't know why I said it like that. But yeah, let's just see what I can do here. Oh yeah. I should be releasing, some more, LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 content today. Whenever I actually release this video. Because currently I'm recording a day early. Currently. So yeah. Wait. Okay, I just have to check. Honestly, what, like in the future for non-remake games, like my top 3 choices for characters I would love to play as, is easily Jill, Claire, and Rose. Those are my top 3 characters I would love to play as, outside of, like remakes, because I really don't count that as new stories. I'm specifically talking about for new stories here. Okay, that cloth stuff, I think that can be used to stop the bleeding effect. Okay. Yeah, let's try and see what I can do. Yeah, let's try and put this weirdo out of his misery. Yeah, I thought that guy was turned around. Yeah, honestly, I think I'm a better shot with, my handgun in Resident Evil games. Though I do feel like I like the, shotgun and more powerful weapons like the rocket launcher better. Mostly because it makes me feel a lot more powerful than usual. And that's the main thing I really like about rocket launchers and, all that other stuff. So yeah, that's why I prefer to use those more. Than handguns, machine guns, whatever. Also, keep in mind, I really don't like using machine guns, because I think that drags down my accuracy. Sure, I'll use them whenever I'm kind of forced into, but that's about it. Wait, let's see what I can... Huh? Wait, what can this be used for? I am so confused. I'm gonna pause the recording. Alright, sorry about that. You know what? About that video I wanted to do on LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 specifically, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, actually I do want to record it, but I don't know if I should. I'm still gonna do it regardless, because I want to get at least some levels done. The main reason I wanted to get some levels done was mostly because, there's just, I believe, 14 levels left. And I wanted to at least finish up the remaining, LEGO Marvel Superheroes games that I have, which, as of right now, that's the only one I have. Sorry if I sound a little winded. Yeah, as of right now, I was just back there talking to my sister, because I wanted to, it was mostly because of, my brother's dog. It's staying up here with us for right now. And we have some chickens. Yesterday was well, actually, the other day, by the time I'm releasing this video, it was out there attacking one of the chickens. I tried stopping it whenever I saw it. But yeah, it was just way too, late to save it, because by the time I noticed something was off and that, the dog was attacking the chicken, it was already pretty beaten up. So yeah, I tried to save it, but it was just a little too late. So yeah, either way, let's just try and keep moving. But yeah, I was back there talking to my sister about that, and that kind of got me a little winded from, all the details that I noticed.
There's a hole here.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to swap over to, I think her name is Natalia. Stay safe. I do not want you to die on us. Okay. Please say that killed it. Because honestly, that would really suck if it...
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's dead. Okay, let's see what I can
You're
do.
braver than me.
Alright. Honestly, Natalia seems a little resourceful, if you ask me. Gunpowder? Wait, can I make ammo types with this gunpowder? Because honestly, that would be really cool if I could, because that would mean, basically, as long as I have the resources for it, that would pretty much mean nearly infinite ammo. Wait, I think I have to go down here to get over to, Moira and Claire. I think. Yeah, this is where I gotta go. I recognize this path because I traveled it so much. Okay, let's just take out this loser right here. Alright. Come on, Natalia. Let's see what we can do here. Oh.
Cute toy. But I better find somewhere to
Yeah.
stop.
Okay, let's just try and get back to that power station. Or whatever. I don't remember where it's at, if I'm being honest. Like, I think it might be, like, somewhere. I know it's somewhere around here, because obvious reasons, but I just don't remember exactly where. Either way, let's just see what I can do. To at least get the power off. Sure, that'll be a really big hindrance, considering, well, the lights would also go out too, I'm assuming. Wait, hold on. That's a brick. Okay, that's really useful. Natalia can actually use that.
Is this a control room?
Okay, it's locked. Yeah, I don't know if I can get through that door. Considering it's locked from the other side and I don't know a way around. Huh. Alright, yeah, that's a brick.
Careful! There's something on the floor.
What could there possibly be?
There's something ahead. Be careful.
Alright, I'll swap back to Barry. Yeah, I didn't want to have Natalia going for that for obvious reasons. Okay, let's just try and take out this loser right here. Yeah, okay, time to take that loser out right there. Time to heal up. Man, I don't think I'm ever going to get the raise the difficulty. If I do, that's going to be very surprising. And honestly, considerably embarrassing. Oh my god, why can't I speak today? Because this is casual difficulty. Oh. Time to take out this loser right here. Honestly, at least I know, how many bullets it takes, because usually that would take way too long for me to figure out. Especially with stuff like headshots being able to alter that. For obvious reasons, considering headshots are basically like a guarantee for, God, I want to say near death in most Resident Evil games. Alright. Let's get through this door over here. Oh. Wait. Come on, Natalia. Come on. Let's get through this door. For obvious reasons. Because I think this might be a good way to get to the control room. Please don't let there be any enemies here. Okay, let's just try and take out this loser. Okay, let's just try and take out this loser too. Bye, I guess. Alright. Yeah, this thing isn't moving anytime soon. Maybe I gotta go back to where I was and have Natalia crawl through that hole that I saw. Because I did notice a little hole over there. So maybe if I utilize that correctly, I can actually have that, used to my advantage. Alright, thank God Natalia got over here quickly. What are these weird footprints? Alright, let's just try and see what we can do.
How'd I do?
Honestly, you did amazing, Natalia.
You did great.
Okay, let's get through here. To see if those weird saw blade things are gone. For obvious reasons. Okay. I know I gotta try and get back. Crap. This is gonna suck, ain't it? Because I have to walk around those things. I don't know if that's really gonna suck as much as it possibly could. You know what? Never mind. I'm already by where Claire and Moira were. Considering they were already out here. So yeah, I already know this path pretty well. Considering I already been through here.
We're almost to the radio.
Okay. Let's go ahead and head towards the radio
Recognize
tower.
any of this?
For obvious reasons.
It's all right.
Honestly, it's good if you don't recognize this stuff, Natalia, because you do seem like you don't really recognize much past the monsters.
Almost there. Still with me?
So yeah, I'm not gonna blame her for that
I
one.
legs.
Okay, let's just try and keep moving. Alright. You know what? I don't know what, moments
Watch from the
I don't know
outside.
how much I have left of episode 1. I do know that there's like 4 episodes in total.
End of the line.
Crap.
What do we do?
We'll have to find another way around.
Yeah, this is gonna suck, ain't it? You have to find another route. And I don't know which way could possibly be another route. Alright, maybe if I, look around with my aim feature, that could give me some bigger opportunities. Okay. You know what, I don't know where the other routes could possibly be. Considering I still don't know the layout of this full area. Mostly since this is a first playthrough for me. I only played, I would say about 30 minutes of not even 30 minutes of the intro of the game. I think I've only played, at most 20-25 minutes at most before starting this playthrough, so yeah, that's clearly way more than what I've ever, this is clearly way more than what I've ever played. I don't know what to do. Alright. I know I can get around somewhere, but I just don't know how specifically. It has to be some way, for obvious reasons. I'm gonna pause the recording to look it up. You know what's something... Alright, I'm back, but you know what's something weird I've been noticing, recently? The sheer amount of creators who make some of the most blatantly obvious, stupid decisions. I've seen, some anti-AI creators actively using Gen AI audios, and they were, painfully obvious to be Gen AI, and then issuing and then there was another creator I noticed, he also, was defending what was so blatantly a scam ad. It was so blatantly obvious just by looking at the
Look,
name,
what do I do?
of the ad, that it was a scam. I think it was called, something like free money or something. It was so painfully obvious to be a scam. Alright. Let's just try and see what I can do.
Any other way through.
Alright, I know I gotta get a brick, but I don't know how. I'm gonna get one. Alright, let's see what I can do. Alright, let's just see what I can do. Wait. Yeah, that's a brick. Well, a rock, but still. Yeah, that probably helped out a lot.
Good work, sweetie.
Honestly, good on Natalia for that one. But yeah, back to what I was saying. And then, with all those obviously,
Stick close to me, okay?
messed up things, the obvious hypocritical or messed up things that they've done, they made some of the most painfully, ridiculous apology posts I've ever seen. They basically tried to excuse them being either hypocritical or promoting, harmful products or brands to their audience by saying, "Oh, I didn't know," even though it was some of the most obviously incorrect things to do. With the generative AI audios I've mentioned. It was those weird Simpsons Gen AI audios that's been popping off recently. I think one of them's called, Homer lets the Barts out or some bullcrap like that. I think. I don't really care too much about that garbage anyways. Why does that look like a necromorph? But yeah, and then that scam ad, it was so obviously a scam. that anybody with half a brain cell could tell it was a scam. You know? But yeah, like, it was literally called free money. Of course it's gonna be a scam. Anyone with half a brain cell could tell that was a scam. Anybody could if they even used not even half brain power. Like it was like that's how obvious of a scam it is. Nothing like nothing, especially not money, can be, free. Like regardless of how you obtain it. You like everything you have to work for. And the fact that it was like the creator in question, he didn't realize that, somehow baffles me.
What's wrong?
Like I have no clue how none of them even noticed that. All right. What did you see, Natalia? What's going on? You know what? Might as well just keep with Barry. Just to have my guns, because I don't think Natalia has a brick. Okay, there she goes. She actually does have a brick now. Either way, let's get through this door. Because I don't see anything out here. Alright. What the heck? Yeah, what the heck is this thing? Magnum time. That was probably for the best. Okay, let's just see what I can do. Yeah, that probably killed it right there.
Well, that's one thing they left out of the brief.
Yeah, that was a really weird enemy time. It kind of looks like Azura from Azura's Wrath mixed with Necromorph. In a way it does. I can't be the only one who sees it.
What was that thing?
Please don't tell me I'm insane for thinking that.
I don't know, honey.
But
Keep
yeah.
our eyes peeled in
Let's
case
just
it's
see
more.
what I can, get done here. But yeah, like back to what I was saying. Like those Gen AI audios that I mentioned that creator in question used, it was so painfully obvious to be Gen AI. Like I barely even listened to any, like in my entire life. And most of the ones I have listened to were relatively unconsensually. Okay, but yeah. It was, like, even then I could tell that it was, Gen AI. Like, even then I could tell. Because that's how obvious it was. Okay. I didn't fire that bullet. Where did it come from? I am so confused about where that came from. This kind of feels like a return to kind of like the original roots of horror for Resident Evil, in a way, Okay, get this thing off me. Yeah, I just have to heal up. Okay, let's just try and take out this thing's limbs. Okay, it's in the head. There we go, it's dead, I think. Because I noticed that those weird glowing orb things, those are usually the weak spots on pretty much any, like, major enemy. Like, that's usually how it works. So yeah, all you gotta do is just locate the, those weird glowing orange spots, and then just shoot at them with as much ammo as it takes. A forest map. That's honestly way more useful than what I could give it credit for, if I'm being honest. Like, that is all too useful. Either way, I just have to find a way to, get through here. For obvious reasons. Let's try and take this thing out. Okay, let's just try and use the Magnum. Because I do have a lot of ammo on this thing. Yeah, I just have to try and shoot its limbs. Maybe it's in its head again. Okay. It's not in its head, so... Yeah, I'm waiting for it to get back into the open, because that would be stupid of me to, shoot now. Alright, let's just try and see what I can do here. There it is. It's in the right... right thigh. Okay, there we go. Let's heal up. Honestly, these are some of the most difficult enemies I've dealt with on this difficulty so far. Either way, let's just try and see what I can find.
Need your help.
Okay, let's swap over to Natalia and get in this chest over here. Yeah, I gotta just try and open up this crate. Yeah, honestly, I think that, there we go, I got it open. Okay. I'm gonna swap over to Barry and pick up this ruby. Let's just see what I can do. Huh. What the heck is over here? I think that might have been the path I came from, I think. Honestly, I don't trust this area anymore with those weird monsters that I have to be very precise on where I aim. I don't really trust, this area for that alone. Alright, let's just try and keep moving regardless of what happens. Because there's not really much I can do here. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I don't really see much in terms of, searching out. Past, what I've already searched out. Wait, is this... I don't think I've been over here yet. I don't think. So let's just try and see what I can find. Yeah, I've already been over here because, that's where I broke down that door and encountered that first monster. Okay, let's just try and look over here. Considering this other path might be where I gotta go. Man, Natalia needs to move a little faster, if you ask me. Because, obvious reasons, because I don't want to lose the partner character, especially one so vital. For obvious reasons, considering, well, for one, she's a child, so I don't want to leave her behind for that alone. And then, she also has those weird powers, which I assume come from some sort of, mutation, if I had to take a guess. Alright. Come on, Natalia. You know what? I always thought that Natalia was kind of an interesting name. Either way, let's get through this door and see what I can do.
These freaks had some of the same symptoms as Ouroboros.
Robo?
Ouroboros?
It's a virus some bad people used in Africa a couple of years ago. The question is, how did it get out here?
Yeah, that's not good. Ouroboros? Isn't that like one of the bioweapons that Wesker wanted to use? But real quick, I'm gonna pause the recording. You know what? Since this was a save point, due to that weird orange glowing circle in the bottom left-hand corner, that's gonna be the end of today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.